Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, once again, like it or not, and the internet probably won't like it, but hopefully you will. It's showtime. Hi guys, I'm back. Miss me? So, I had an interesting start to my day, in-game today, because this entire wall of my house was gone. And presumably it cannot now be put back in place. Yeah, it thinks I'm too close. I wasn't too close previously, but I am now. Move further inside land claim. So at some point, the line got moved in just a smidge and completely deleted one wall, all stories from my house. So it took me about an hour and a half of building out new stuff in this direction to make room. But we still have our garage down there, office space, and bedroom. Primary crafting area, generators, all that stuff, and the specialized crafting area, and of course, Big Daddy. Good evening to whomever has joined me. So, my intent is inevitably, at some point, this will get opened up at the top so that I can fly my ornithopter in and land here. That's my intent. I may have to expand out a little bit in that direction to move the specialty fabs to this floor, but that's my intent anyway. Knock on wood. So, I have things I need to do before I can make a buggy. For instance, I need some bits and pieces that I can probably get out of there, and I have a quest for that. So we're going to go for that, and also I'd like to get the intel out of there. So we're going to go to about there, and then head south. I am still digging on the game. Funcom has done a terrific job. Not a perfect job by any means, but a really good job. They are Funcom, so there'll always be some jank. For instance, one wall of my house vanishing. Not that I'm bitter. He's bitter. Really, really bitter. I can do a barrel roll. That's a neat trick. I do need more carbon, so I won't hesitate to pause and grab some. Hey! You playing the new PoE Susan update? I gotta say right now I'm not feeling PoE at all. They've managed to. This is the first new league that I'm not playing since I started playing in Harbinger League right before Abyss League. This is the first time I've said, no, I'm just not interested. Part of it is because I'm enjoying Dune, but part of it is also I think that they've really shot themselves, I'll be generous, in the foot with the way they've treated PoE 1. If you'd asked me a year ago, you gonna be playing PoE in a year? I would have said, yeah, sure. Can't imagine why I wouldn't be. After all, it's not like PoE 2 is going to prevent them from developing PoE 1. That might have been a mistake. So I don't intend to. Probably at some point I'll get tired of Dune and want to break. And, bust out the PoE 1 at some point, if I had to guess. But it's certainly not a priority. I watched a little bit of Mathel playing earlier, in full cosplay. He was in full cosplay, not me. Alright, so now we should be able to head due south from here. 9 months between PoE leagues, I think, was a really terrible decision. And it's up above. Put away the bike. Turn on the shield. Oh, we got some more. Oh, this is just iron. I did grab carbon. I'm not interested in iron. I need more carbon, though. Let's back away for a second and reslot our sniper rifle into the 4 spot. Well, I don't see anybody. Not sure if you'll try it or not. Got sucked into 40k Rogue Trader. I did a good chunk of 40k Rogue Trader. I got tired of the... It just seemed like everything always ended in a whole bunch of combats. And the combat got a bit samey for me. I thought the game was solid. Just, I wanted more of the, you know, the lore and that kind of interaction. Hi. Oh. You had to turn on your shield, didn't you? Come on. Fine, you want to do that? We can do that. Are you not? Yeah, they're dead. Missed. Didn't miss. So I can certainly understand getting sucked into Rogue Trader. There's a lot to like about that. I don't think I can suck their blood, but there'll be plenty of opportunity for me to suck people's blood later. Why am I overheating? Let my heat get down. I can't help it, I'm just so hot. Blood sucked. Alright, this is an Imperial testing station. There will be plenty of mobs inside. On my first and only trip here previously on a different character, I was wandering through saying, wow, the other Imperial testing station, there were a lot of mobs. No mobs here. That's interesting. Okay, I'll just pick up some loot, and all the mobs respawned. It killed me, and then, because I was carrying all of my money, I had to slowly and carefully pick my way through the whole damn dungeon. Could you stop walking away so I can shoot you in the head? That is a constant source of disagreement as to whether this is an MMO or not. In my opinion, yes, but I acknowledge that people can have a different opinion about that, and it's not like entirely invalid or anything. It is a survival game. It allows for a lot of players in one place, but not all the time. For instance, the world part I'm in right now has 60 people, I think is the limit. It's called a siege. And there are like 25 sieges on the same server, and they all share the same social spaces and the deep desert. So people who say it is, I think, have a case, and people who say it isn't also have a case. Let me change my channel to my guild so we only see guild chat. It has been a point of contentious debate as to whether it's an MMO or not. In my opinion, yes, but a lot of people say no. To try and kind of avoid the problem, I believe Funcom now describes it as a multiplayer survival RPG. But they've gone back and forth on it themselves, so the less complicated answer is it maybe. Sorta? Hey, Vork. Good evening. I'm in an Imperial testing station.
Welcome to Imperial Desert Botanical Testing Station number 10. I am Dr. Silas Grayling.
Which is, in essence, a PvE instance. That requires a purple access band, and that's actually the exit. We go all the way through, and we come out this side. Yes, I am looking for the Death Star plans. How'd you know? I didn't think you were playing. Yet.
Reveal yourself.
Huh? Someone's here.
Oh, that was bad. Holy shit. All right, one of them died from the poison. I didn't see. One of them had lobbed a big splodey at me. Yeah, I stepped on a Lego. A Claymore Lego. There they are. Oh, that's the thing. These places are no joke. I'm a little low on water. Let's drink. Rats. Shielded. So we wait for them to come run into us. stun. Death blow. Drain their blood. I got enough to get one more. Make it full now on blood. Yeah, our blood sacks are both full. We got some goodies.
Attention, all of you.
Story stuff.
Yesterday,
That's
in
Inna
Harper
Hiller, who
Village,
her
Christoph
voice. We're here to kill
referred
her
me as Immenbrech
and to
Hiller.
get some loot.
How hard can it be to remember this simple rule? No military title. We take a risk every time we need to enter settlement. A slip up like this could easily be the death of us all. Make sure every one of you hears this message and understand it. Christoph will not be returning to us. There will be an auction for his gear.
Anyone? Do we have anyone down here? The sniper rifle is an excellent tool.
Someone's here. We've got
It allows you to deal with unshielded foes in a swift and lethal fashion. Oh, this one's shielded. And now he's dead. But still shielded, I guess. So that was a quick stunning and damaging blow, the knee strike, and then a slow attack with the blade. Good, I need the particle capacitors and the advanced servox in particular, if I'm going to make myself a buggy, which is my next objective. More water. That's kaboom. So the blue glow around me is the shield, which stops projectiles, except when I shoot a projectile, it goes down for a second. And eventually it'll get worn down if you're being hit by a bunch of projectiles. You'll bear with me, I am cautious.
Someone here. Shield on. Yeah.
call those guys the heavies, minigunners. They just freaking suck. I need to remember to reload. There's that one died because the first shot, the sniper rifle here is poison as well. I do not consider myself to be any good at combat, but I am getting better. I would say I'm poor, but I no longer suck. Most of what I'm getting off those guys is darts. Don't really need the light darts. The heavy darts for the sniper rifle. Sniper rifle to the face will always be effective no matter the skill level, unless they've got a shield up. But generally, yeah, you're not wrong. Especially in this case with the poison. You get extra goodness out of that. And sometimes you don't even need the poison. Anyone else? There is somebody else. I saw you over there. I think I didn't see you. I did. Hi. Ooh, I'm sorry. Was that your life I'm taking? I think it was. I feel bad. I'm over it. Go ahead and take a quick moment to heal ourselves up. Not that we're much damaged, but not much is more than not damaged at all. So, more water. Good, good. Grab everything good off of him, I think. And everything off of them, if there was anything. Wasn't there? Oh, there we go. We need those servox and capacitors. Right, okay, that's a dead end. Right. See anybody. Doesn't mean there isn't anybody there. Not like I'm seeing ghosts or anything. More servox and caps, I hope. We need those. That's one of the reasons I'm here. Finish off a quest, sure. Let's grab some water the old-fashioned way. I actually don't think this is the old-fashioned way. You normally don't use a scythe to gather water, but Let me drink from the catch pockets in my still suit. Notice how I physically lean over to get a better view. Ah. Whoop. Level 45. I don't know what the clang means. I wonder if that means I got through the shield and hit the armor. I don't know. Another one. And death blow them because they weren't quite dead. So I am certainly slower, I would expect, than most players. Maybe not slower. How about more cautious? Take that, and take that. Okay, there's more stuff that way. We'll clear out this side first. Suppose there's anything I can do here. Maybe this. Okay, yeah. Good. Check this out. Fuel cells I don't need right now. Certainly not at the weight that they carry. One down. The other one down. Quick Healy pack. That was my Badoop, not yours. Just so you know. I don't care about the lore. I need to be able to have access to my sound. I need more servoxin capacitors. Not getting enough of those. Can you ever have enough servoxin capacitors? I don't think so. Alright, down we go. Drew the wrong weapon. Made it work. iron ore I can get easily. So that's not much of a reason for me to pick it up. Some cash money in there too. You're gonna always take the cash money. Although it doesn't seem to have quite as many uses as in most similar genre games, let's say. Again, that's my Badoop.
And I'm back.
Welcome back. I am not alone this evening. I am playing with a friend. He's dead. She's going to be poisoned out. Now they died from poison. Excuse me, I am deliberate. I'm picking my way through enemy territory. We're currently at 113 of 175 V, volume or mass, whichever the inventory system is double in that you have a specific number of stacks of items. Again, that's my Badoop. Pardon me, I'm currently not Badoop muted. A little more water. I'll happily take that. Thank you. Did I grab this? Was there any? Oh, just the power. Okay. More water. Let's go ahead and put that into our leader, one of our leader Johns, because we're close to being full on cool, clear water. Water. Badoop. Who's next? Clear there. Make sure there's no fat loot. Whoop, fat loot. Need those capacitors and Servox if I'm going to make a buggy tonight. Water into the leader John. Go ahead and top off my health. All right.
Now that optimal
Should be
harvest time does not last very long.
no. Well, the optimal time lasts for a while, but the optimal time doesn't last very long at all. That's for water harvesting.
The 120.
All right. I think the boss is in here, I believe. Good evening.
Good evening.
What server in C
Now, the boss is not in here. This is a room full of badness, though. And I do mean full.
Full of badness. That one of those triple minigunner rooms?
Yeah. I'd forgotten about this room. In Imperial thingy 10. No, not 10. Yeah, 10. This is bad. This room is bad news. Sniper over there. Ex-sniper.
Enemy sight. Jump up.
Won't you freaking die? Evidently, he won't just freaking die. Okay, let's do a little bit of running. Oh, that's really bad. Can't get out. Didn't remember that about this room. We're slowly healing back. That shouldn't have hit me. I dodged out. He didn't seem to care that I had dodged out, but I had dodged out. You need to be careful not to aggro stuff on the ground floor until we've cleared out the top floor. Missed me. Him? Oh, my backpack is full. We don't want this. We do not want our backpack to be full. We don't want to drop the carbon ore. We're going to drop. Oh, we're full of that. We're full on stacks of stuff. Anything I can drop willingly. One heal kit Mark II, I think. Probably can go. The power pack can go. That's just a salvage item. Same thing with the leap suspensor belt. Those are both salvage items. Not that good. All right. I'm going to go ahead and give myself a quick juice up. And we will clear out the rest of the top level here. Nope, that's not anybody. The last time I was in this room on what was originally my main server was me and one other person. that we just stumbled over each other in this place. We were fighting well together until we got separated. I was fighting a melee mob, and I ended up alone against two of the minigunners. And that took me about 10 minutes to negotiate. 10 not extraordinarily fun minutes, I'll note. Alright, I believe I have cleared out the top level. Yes. Alright. Here I am stretching again to see if I can look over and pick out anyone. There's somebody. Not helpful. I need to be able to have a field of view that isn't blocked by a railing. Well, there's one coming up. He's coming up. Keep coming. Thank you.
Shields up!
Oh, we got him. Nope, that's just a light. That's not. That is. Got him. It may be we've got it cleared. Lots of bits and pieces in here. The most important thing will be the band that will get us through the locked doors. That is the side that we need to be going to. I believe it's in the middle of the room. We've got another person. Where were they? Still don't know where they are. What's in here? Probably just... Oh, we want those. There they are.
I kind of do wish they had a mini map.
Understandable. So do I. Okay, it may be that there isn't a key. Maybe I can just go there now that everybody's dead. I think. Is it open? It is. Alright, in here, then, I think, is the boss that we've been looking for. Okay, maybe in there. Been rather a slow go, hasn't it?
Hell, shit.
Is there a problem, sir?
I forgot to bring a cutter.
There's the poison kicking in, taking them out. Heal ourselves. My apologies for it being such a slow go. As I said, I am not good enough at combat to not take this slow.
Little faux pas on my part.
I forgive you.
Appreciate it.
I'm a giver. Normally,
I
what I
sense
give
that
is a
about
hard
you.
time, but
Only when she asks for it. Ah.
wow.
Who's that?
I see what I did there.
Not there yet.
So glad you don't get sunstroke when you're on a vehicle.
Yes, the vehicle apparently comes with air conditioning, which is nice.
Yep.
Right. I'd rather deal with the non-shielded, non-heavy first. Oh, there she is. There she is throwing a bomb at me. There should not be this many of them at once. I believe I would like to complain. Something else knocked off my freaking shield. I
So
don't know
did you
what
need
it
any
was.
of the ore resources or crystal resources for a buggy?
I will need, yeah, some of the cobalt.
Yeah, 'cause I got like a couple hundred of that, I think, right now.
But I need other things too, so I will wait until I'm ready to go and everything else before I ask.
Yeah, the little nuanced pieces are that's a little more difficult to file.
Oh, jeez, what the hell was the explosion?
But if you burn in that the thing you're doing right now, the number 10. What is it? Institute of Research. Something. Anyways,
That
that
wasn't
one will
close.
yield a lot of those.
I
little-
couldn't hear a thing. I was almost dying.
Oh, sorry about that. That.
Give me a minute.
Yep.
Not dicey at all. Except for the whole almost dying several times part. That was a little bit on the dicey side. Drink from our catch pockets. Drink from our drink. That was a whole lot of unpleasant mobs.
Which science base are you in?
10.
Yeah, those are good one to farm for those other pieces.
Those are what I'm here to finish off a quest, but mostly to get the other pieces I need.
Gotcha.
And I can't get past that blast room where there's 100 fucking people in it.
The big
Is it on?
room with 2 levels.
Mm-hmm.
I just finished that off like 5 minutes ago.
Let me know if
Not
you need any
easily.
help. Some help.
Basically, I worked my way around the top level and removed them all. And then I went down to the bottom level. But basically picking my way through it slowly.
Did a lot of running around and sniping when I was safe distance away, and then running again.
And a good time was had by none. I think I'm almost to the end. But then I thought that several times.
You got the head boss to kill still. So there'll be a few more mini pack guys.
There's the person we need. I believe. No, there's multiples. I think this is going to close up as soon as I step through. Interesting. Oh, there we go.
Who's there?
Kill them all.
Oh, that's really not good news. So,
Interloper.
I think I wake up outside of that room, I hope. I really, really don't like that death mechanic. I'm inside this whole fucking place again. Do I have to fight my way through the whole fucking
Welcome
place
to
again?
Imperial Desert Botanical Testing Station number 10. I
My
am
money is
Dr.
gone.
Cyrus Graylish, director of this facility. Go here and
So I got to the last room and got fucking annihilated.
By the boss man.
And there were two guys. I got almost immediately downed, and then there was an explosion that absolutely annihilated.
Oh, I fucking hate that. Let me know if you want that, I can come down and...
Well, I haven't run into anybody yet. So if the place is still empty until they all respawn and kill me.
I wish there was some better visual indicators for some of these quest markers.
The UI is just awful. But then you guys have heard me complaining about that since launch day. Maybe before.
Oh, you said something about that?
Ha 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 ha. You mock me, sir. Understandably, and with good cause. Well, so far no respawns. But on the other hand, I have been respawn murdered. Enough. Oops, quick lap. That's right down in the middle. No, down the side. Where is it? I'm completely confused. I've got myself turned around. Go me, I'm just not very good at games. This way, I hope.
Go to the meeting point. Where is the fucking meeting point?
And I think I've gotten myself turned around, and I'm probably going right back the way I just came. No, no. Okay, this is the big room. There's my body. So here's the question. Is it worth swapping into the armor? 36, 65. It's definitely. Does not seem to be. That's 36, 60 against 65. Has a lot of blade mitigation, though. Alright, well. Is that her? Is that the one I need to kill?
Up or down?
It is.
You should be able to like tilt and rotate the map. Figure out where your markers are at.
Damn it! Again! What the hell is going on? It's so fucking fast! God! Ugh. Died again. Got the quest finished, but I died.
As long as you kill the bald dude.
There were... Yeah, well, there are 3 more in there and you can't get out.
Welcome to Imperial Desert Botanical Testing.
And they just absolutely blitz me.
You need to upgrade your armor.
I'm wearing the still suit.
Oh, well, yeah, that'll get you killed quick.
Well, it's more about the blade mitigation, actually. The
Oh.
armor is the only real difference is the blade mitigation. I guess they've got blades, so I'll put it back on. I mean, I did look at it just before I went in, and the armor numbers were about the same. The difference is in the blade mitigation. I guess 2 of them are wielding blades, and they just absolutely carved me.
I find the dodge mechanic to be extremely helpful with the blade stuff.
Everything still hasn't respawned. If I get lucky, I can get all the way back there. I have complained endlessly in other games about bad respawn mechanics, and they're really bad here. A dungeon equivalent like this really should be instanced, so that you don't have to worry about respawns. I hope I haven't gotten myself turned around again. No, I think this is the big room.
report back to the lieutenant.
Be careful when you come out the start a car hovering around the air.
Run away! Run away! If you want to do some farms in there, Spawn, go to the police, I can come down and help you out. I believe the chest is reset each time.
Bring around the Rosie.
Ooh, yeah, I killed a man with my skimmer. Shit, let's leave that there.
God damn it. Go again. Stamina.
Motherfucker. Oh, they got me.
As you can tell, we're all having a lot of fun here.
Killed me, Mal. Killed me with a sword.
How weird is that?
How weird is that?
Got that one.
Tossing grenade. Grenade. Reload.
Finally, I get a respawn at my bike. I never seem to guess right for that.
Fire in the hole. Enemy sighted.
I think that's everybody. I think I've succeeded.
Yay!
What a pile of bullshit. Just want to say that. Multiple death pickups. Which way did we come in? I don't even remember. There should be... I think we came in this way because we trapped her in there. And there's the purple exit. Don't need a blood extractor Mark II. Could use the spice-infused iron dust for damage, Skippy. We can drop the standard Kinjo. There we go. Fold up. Goodies. That will let us out. I hope that was as much fun for everyone else as it was for me. I'm not a nut about all of the mechanics. I really, really, really like most of the game, but some of it, yeah, just drives me bonkers. The UI more than anything.
Welcome to Imperial Desert.
Oh, shut up. Solido projection.
I see someone. Kill them all.
Someone's here.
Stop shooting at me. The respawns are up. Fortunately, I'm just getting out, so I can run. By jerk faces.
I see someone.
Yay, that was close. I forgot to pack extra fuel.
Nope, they're following. Jerks. Jerks are gonna jerk. That actually kind of sounded a bit more dirty than I intended. Alright, we need to go further to the west before we head north, so that we don't run into bad sand. Should be clear of the bad sand by now. Yes, we are. Heading for home. Lab repairs. And forgot to swap back. God damn it. I can't swap into it? Oh, right. I can't because my inventory is full and the armor is 5 pieces and the still suits is 4, so they don't swap evenly when you swap in and out. It's another one of those little minor annoyances that really we don't. Along with just swapping in the first place, but you kind of have to, at least in my experience, you have to have both armor and still suit. As you saw there at the end, as I finally did beat those guys, thanks to you. That's my house. You will note it has, oh, you want to grab, I think we've got carbon, in which case we can pick this up. I think we've got a little bit in our bags already, so it'll fit. Yep. You can see my house there, which appears to be missing a wall. It wasn't missing a wall yesterday, but when I logged in today, that entire wall was missing. Apparently the thief had adjusted just the tiniest amount and then no longer worked. So that took like an hour and a half to make my house functional again. Okay, I made it home. Go me. What else are we
So I
carrying?
have. Oh, those are contract items. Okay.
Sorry, what was that?
Never mind. No, never mind. I had this stuff in my inventory and I didn't know what it was, and it's a contract item.
Those shouldn't take up any space. They should sort of be in extra spaces at the bottom.
Yeah.
Let's see. Good. So the floor is different here because I was in a hurry to get my house rebuilt so it wouldn't, get destroyed in a sudden sandstorm, say. We have spaces now. Mendia's gauntlets. We'll hold on to that for sure. Are we keeping our unique blueprints in here? Food in there. Extra rounds. We really don't need those, so. Don't know if those can be destroyed or not. I think not, in which case I'll probably just end up dropping them. That's a salvage item. Where are we keeping our heal kit 2s? No, not those. Not there, although that'd be a good place for them. Yeah, there. Those all get salvaged. That's another unique. I've completely forgot where I was keeping those already. There we go. Alright, those are all going to get salvaged for parts. The Holtzman Shield Mark II. Yes. Standard Karpov 38. Yes. Artisan Gerda 44. Yes. Oh, and if you're wondering what's in the upstairs, my specialty fabs and Big Daddy. Pardon the yawn. It's just exhausting. Doing those sort of runs just absolutely exhausts me. I guess I'm just an old candy ass. I don't think those light darts were recyclable, but I'll check because I'm curious. Nope. No. We've got 1,000. We don't need another 1,123. Up. We'll drop them out on our porch. The porch that we didn't have yesterday. This used to just be part of my house. Not bitter. He's totally not bitter. Alright, let's make sure everything's fine. I will now attempt to repair our stuff. With things that have gotten damaged, which I assume are numerous. That's the chem. There's the ripper. We're just fixing it all as much as we can.
I'm gonna have to make another run on there soon and run them on machine parts.
Alright, we have repaired everything that is repairable as much as we can. Let's drop off the blood. we are maxed on the blood we can currently carry. Look at that. Oh, just some delicious blood. What? It is daytime outside. Now, why I was doing all that, I wanted to have materials to see if I can make myself a buggy. Buggy, let's see. Steel, we need 30, 50, 70, 90, 120, 150, not quite there. 180, we need 20 more steel ingots. We will get that baking right now. All right. We will have enough steel to make a buggy. Next up is the Servox. 20. 4 times 7. 48. Those are caps. 68. 89. 110. We have enough Servox. Do we have enough particle caps? 20. 50. Yes, we have enough particle caps. So, the other thing we still need, and it's research for the buggy cutter ray Mark III, the buggy storage Mark III, and the welding torch. Now I think all we need is the cobalt, which my good friend Senator is saying he has extras. Let's check where we're at. We need 9.
And back.
Welcome back. 26. 39. 55. 68. 93. 106. 119. 132. How much cobalt paste are you willing to lend to your good friend Lenz?
I have 216, I think, in there, so as much as you want.
I think I need about 110.
Because I still got a bunch of crystal to make more, so.
Shall I come to visit you in your place of residence?
You can go ahead and head on over there if you like. I'm at the trading post and can be back there shortly.
Good friends make good neighbors. I'm not sure if we have permissions to... Seems like we do have permissions to raid each other's loot. So much storage. Nice soccer field on top, too.
Thank you.
You have a rock sticking through your house.
Totally planned it that way.
And a little porch. Nice.
So yeah, I think the cobalt is stored in the container that's like between the ore and the chemical thingy.
Where's the goo, man? Where's the goo?
Pull that maneuver out better.
You have 120. I don't want to take all of it.
You can take all of it. I thought I had 200, so I think I got some stacks somewhere else. There might actually be some in the chemical thing. You can take it all, because I still have a whole bunch of rock to refine it with, so.
Then I'll take it. We'll see if I can get. I owe you 120 cobalt juice.
Yep, I've got another 141 sitting here in the chemical thing, so.
Just making sure that there's nothing I'm missing. All right, well, let's get started. Rear and 4 treads. 1, 2. I'm going to take it slow. In the past, I've made things where I made one too many of something and not any of another. So I'm going to go slow. It's going to take a couple of minutes. And then once I make it, I'm going to put it together, but I'm not going to immediately use it. I want to get a little bit more time in the primary place you use it, which is the Haga Rift. I'm going to run around there a bit manually, just me and my speeder. And I'll be getting the material needed to make this so that I can repay my friend. The grind is real in the game. If you don't, pardon me, enjoy grinding materials so that you can make higher tier stuff, so you can grind different materials, maybe not a game for you. But if you find that kind of gameplay loop satisfying, and I obviously do. How are we doing on heavy darks? We've got plenty. Alright, so this should be... See, they changed the order. That might have something to do with it, because I made the rear. Doesn't even show up here. Where's the rear? Looking at the wrong thing again. There we are. Good evening. Welcome. Hi. Hey, how you doing? Let's see. We got the rear and 4 treads, right? 1 tread, 2 treads. 3. No, I don't have 8. What? Can I add more items to this inventory? Excuse me? It's really heavy, I guess. Oh, it's probably the cobalt paste is really heavy. Let me set that into a bag box or whatever.
So yeah, so Spango, don't feel bad about taking all that, because like I said, I had another 140, and I've still got 866 Ethereite crystal to
bake,
turn
okay.
into it. Yeah.
Am I being lucky? Not really. I barely got through an instance earlier after dying twice.
I got plenty.
That didn't make me feel lucky. I got out with everything I needed, so that was a plus. Okay, we have
Sector
the
weather
rear
alert.
and
A
4
large
treads.
sandstorm is approaching.
Next up is the PSU and the engine.
We're waiting for a large sandstorm.
Yeah, because I'm gonna head out and try to build a base up. Can I start getting a base constructed up north? And I don't want to be in the middle of a sandstorm when that's happening, so I was waiting for one to hit before I moved out.
Mm-hmm. A wise course of action. That was an earth-shattering kaboom. Spice blow, I think, is what those are. I had one actually happen just outside of my house at one point. Not this time. Last time it was like right there. Okay, engine and PSU. So we have the rear, 4 treads, PSU, and engine. We need the hull, the chassis. I already have the rear, don't I? Utility
Sector
rear.
weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
I'm not sure which one I need. Is that 2 of them? 4-man ground car. Why is there 2 of them? Buggy utility rear Mark III. Buggy rear Mark III. Where was I again? We had 4 treads. We had utility rear, engine, and PSU. PSU and engine, buggy hull, buggy chassis. I'm not sure which of these is what I want. Use a welding torch to attach the rear hull to a chassis. This one is
Ooh, I never noticed the dust eddies on the ground before. That's kind of cool.
a welding torch to attach the rear utility to a buggy chassis. Zen, do you know the difference between the buggy utility rear and the buggy
Yes.
rear?
The utility rear is what you need to mount the laser.
Thank you.
Yep. Sorry, I forgot to say about that. That is me.
It's okay. I didn't make the regular rear. I only made the utility.
With the utility rear, you can still do the storage and the laser.
Let's go downstairs and start. Oh, no, not yet. Not yet. Because I don't think I made myself a welding torch that I need. That should be in the regular fab, I think. There, maybe? There. Did I not get that? I swear I got that one. Yeah, I did. Welding torch. Oh, the survival fab. Welding torch. Ooh, the Holtzman Mark III. Will I have enough stuff for that? I'm excited to find out. Plucky, maybe. Yeah, we'll go with that. More like irritated, angry, fulminating, those kinds of things. Fortunately, none of the mobs in this long, intricate dungeon respawned on my 2 death runs back. But they did respawn on the way out, but I just ran past them, so that was all right. And we need the cutter ray, I think. Where's the cutter ray? George, what am I missing? Steel. I need... I thought I'd made enough steel. My math was bad. I have bad mathed, and I feel shame. We can make 24. We'll make... Okay, 24. Yeah, I'm kind of exhausted because I'm not great at combat in this game. And doing a lot of it requires full attention, and then dying a couple of times and running back and praying that the mobs didn't respawn, which they didn't. It's just very, very draining. Yeah, I know. I'm old, okay? So forgive. No normal person would be exhausted by that. But I'm not normal. I'm old. Cut array. We need one more ingot. Come on. One more. Thank you. I think that's everything. I'm not sure if I got the storage or not. If not, I'll need to make a little bit more steel. Got everything else we need. Did I make the storage? I don't think I did. So we have 4 treads, utility rear, engine. Did I make 2 fucking engines? I did. God damn it. No, engine and PSU. There we go. Chassis, hull. Yeah, we will need more. I'll have to go out and get some more carbon. Not a big deal to make the storage unit. No, my favorite part of the survival crafting genre is not the combat. We'll move that to there. No, we'll not move it there. I am also actively keeping stuff that is out of spec, so to speak, for the inevitable death, so that I'll have some adequate gear as I have to re-gear up after dying and losing everything. Because that's bound to happen. Alright, you go there. The chassis, not enough support. Blocked by another element. Why must you be like this? Alright, we'll move this then. Vehicle crafting in particular, yeah, more so than most of the rest of the stuff, because there are some options. Also, you can mix and match tiers. So, for instance, I know on ornithopters, if you want to go extra fast, you maybe put on a higher tier power supply or engine. And if you want to be extra sturdy, you put extra higher tier wings on, say. Not enough support. Oh, there we go.
Level 3 up here.
I can sneak in. What do we have left? We have the cutter ray. Is this not going to fit? Oh, it's going to run. I don't think it's going to allow for that. I'm actually peeking through already. Okay. Okay. Out of fuel. Right. That was not what I wanted to do. Can I get out? Maybe? No? Looks like no. So, I've managed to lock myself in. I can fix this. What was there? I don't even remember what was there.
In your machine?
Yeah, I built it in my garage and I'm sort of stuck on the roof.
Oh. I'm kind of glad I just happened to make mine 2-level.
Well, mine was working fine until my walls vanished earlier. So I'm going to park mine temporarily in your garage, if that's okay.
Go for it.
How? Do you have multiple garages? Because I can't get into this.
Just the one garage.
How on earth do you get your buggy in there?
I just drive it up the ramp. I back it in, actually. I kind of do pull a U-turn right in front of the ramp and then back it in.
I do not see how that is even remotely conceivable.
Well, I make it work.
You've got this overhang.
Yeah.
I passed right through it, okay. Yeah, I fit. It sure doesn't look like it should fit, but it fits. All right. If it fits, I sits. And now I'll attempt to make my garage functional. Get out of the sun, you dumb bass. That one won't do. The building system is just... The UI is unmentionable amounts of pain. Oakley dokley, as we like to say around here, where I'm from. We don't say that, actually. Okay, this. I'm going to plummet. Do a barrel roll. That's a nice trick. This is the second time today I've had to be doing major overhauls of stuff. we go. Wrong thing. Did not want that there.
And I'm back.
Welcome back.
Okay, so you thought we should probably try to build to the west of Thalia's Gate?
It depends. I mean, are you looking for easy access to the Haga Rift or what?
I don't know. I don't know the Haga Rift.
Sure you do. It's the big place with all of the Aerithite
Oh.
and...
The big canyon?
Yep. Big Rift, yep. That's it. That's the one. Alright, I have revamped. I now have a much taller garage. And my house looks nothing like it did yesterday. Because necessity, she is a mother.
How many people are in a siege?
60, I believe.
Okay.
Keep in mind, people can have multiple, I think, 3 houses. So,
Yep. Yeah, so I'm just trying to think like how many houses could be built all together. So yeah, there's plenty of space for a couple hundred houses to live out here.
is it gonna fit? Am I gonna fit? I probably should change that to also be a door. No, that doesn't matter because it has a frame around it. So it should let me in to my house.
And I'm back.
Andrew, back again. Welcome. Again. Still. Door, open up, please. Door. Oh, door. It won't let me in. I can't drive my thing into my garage. Do you have a special garage door?
No, I just have the big door.
The double wide door?
Yeah.
Is it the angle of your
Maybe the less steep.
You know what I
ramp?
have is I have a flat space. Like I have like
I
two
see.
flat panels before my door rather than an incline that goes straight into it. I wonder if that's the reason.
Maybe. doesn't look right. That doesn't look right. Why is that thing so... It looks like it's twisted, doesn't it? Half ramp. I don't want a half ramp.
What decision's decision?
Oh my god. What? That's a half ramp, right? Yeah, that's the one we want, I think. Try that one.
You see any like plans together? Water from a water.
Barely, but I fit.
What'd you end up having to do?
I dropped a flat and used the less inclined ramp.
I didn't know there were less inclined ramps.
It's in one of the alternate tile sets.
The shorter ramp is less inclined. Or I guess would have a
This is the
less
bad
sharp
part.
incline would probably be more accurate.
We do have one piece left for this. That is the welding torch. Already attached. I hope I get out with the torch too. We'll see.
Yeah, mine will get out with the laser on it.
Yep, the cutter. Okay. Well, I'm going to now take a deep breath. Try to remember what went there. I do not recall. Honest to God, have no idea what went there. Blood extractor, everything else here is as it should be. Construction tools back in place. I have no idea what went there. I've screwed myself, I'm pretty sure. I have an empty spot in my inventory where I normally don't have an empty spot in my inventory, and I'm afraid.
That's never a good feeling. So I found a really neat location, but I don't know if I can figure out how to get back up here again with the vehicle. So I'm gonna go find somewhere else.
That is the old welding torch. That's the new welding torch. Got the sniper rifle. Got the carp off, but I think I like the pistol better, the new pistol. Which is in the 3 slot. 6, 7. Those are the standard things that I've always had there. It's going to drive me crazy until I can figure it out. And maybe longer. Did I accidentally put something away? I know what it was. Figured it out. Yay! It was a fuel cell. Figured it out. Fuel cell.
Ah, good.
So let's see how much that fills up my big boy here. My chonker. It's up to 100%. And it's almost empty. Okay. So a small fuel cell, I think, will completely fill the buggy and die.
Oh, you can use small fuel cells? I've been using mediums. I didn't realize small ones worked on that too.
Yeah, I had a few smalls, so I dumped what was left
Okay.
of my previous one in and picked up a second one and dumped it, and it's back where the first one was. So
I
it's
was
almost
thinking of
completely
it
empty.
as because it says like small vehicle.
It does, yes, it does.
So I thought it was for small vehicles, and then so I thought medium one was for medium vehicles.
Yeah, I had assumed the same, but I decided to try the small and it worked. So if you've
Good
got
idea.
smalls, you can use those to top things off or whatever. And I'm going to recycle that extra one. If it shows up at all. It doesn't show up at all. Interesting. So they cannot be recycled. But it's almost empty, so I'm just going to toss it then. Fortunately, I have a place where I toss things now. It's the porch that used to be my bedroom. Because this used to be a wall. And I logged in today and it wasn't. Alright. We're water sealed. We'll be downstairs, make sure that everything's still water sealed down here. We are. Yay, us. Did I empty my blood sacks? I did empty my blood sacks. Sounds like we're playing Vampire, the Eternal Struggle, or whatever the vampire thing was. I'm going to... What time is it? Just at the beginning of night. It's going to be a while, and then I'm going to gather some water with my Reaper. Whew. The other thing I wanted to check and see if I could make... I want to make the Holtzman shield. Oh, that's that fab. Is that considered a weapons fab? No. Survival fab? Maybe. It is. We do not have enough particle caps for it. Or enough steel. And how much cobalt did we need for that cutter ray? Not the cutter ray, the storage. Storage space was up towards the top. Inventory, that needed... Servox. Long thing. There we go. Buggy storage, Mark III. Yeah, that required... Oh, we needed more steel. Okay, well, we need carbon for the steel. So I'm going to get out and start grabbing some carbon. Quite an eventful evening. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you carbon. Really was exhausting for me. Never thought I would say that. But I'm exhausted. Sad to say, the old man is old. It's a poor dude harvest time, but we can get half a liter right there. Over half a liter. So we can just go ahead and chug a load. The Dew Reaper. Once you get it, water is no longer sort of a day-to-day problem. Getting enough to support your crafting, yes, but you're not likely to end up dying. You don't have enough cool, clear water. This is a Harkonnen base. Was there another one? There was another one.
Yeah, I only have one ramp. Oh, I do have the half ramp, I guess. Never mind, I lied.
It just really looked like I wasn't going to fit. But I did. That ought to be enough for now. Get that cooking with steel. Get your motor running. Get out on the highway. Over here, note or two. Oops. I meant to do a 180 there. Totally intentional. Extremely cool driving skills. Totally not an accident. High performance. Little copper as well. Well, I don't think anything I'm likely to be making is going to take copper. Kind of a negative. It would be good if the lower tier materials still had uses at higher tiers to some degree. Rather than being completely deprecated. But basically the only thing I've made with copper for quite a while was the water systems. Because I've been relatively short on steel. Got worm sign. Shy eludes around. Not that shy. Oh, come on. Could we please not? Copper ore, but not the steel ore. It's depressing. The iron ore, I should say. Or the carbon ore is what I'm trying to say and failing to say because English is hard. Alright. More steel. Some steel, but much iron. We don't have much in the way of iron ore, but we do have a lot of iron ingots. Could make 84. Let's make 70. I like to leave a little bit of materials around. Inventory is good. Everything's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It is a good time now to harvest dew. So we'll bank the rest of our water. And harvest some dew. Currently, we have 2.5 liter empty liter containers, and that is 1 liter filled already. All right, that's the 1.5 liter John filled. We're now working on the 1 liter John. And it's almost done. It's done. Oh, what was that? 30 seconds for 2.5 liters of water? See if we can refill them again. Basically, there are a couple of times, well, there's one time during the day, late in the evening, shortly before dawn is the best time to harvest the dew. You can see in the upper right, that little dial in the upper right, half a dial, is on the very light blue now. This is the optimal time for harvesting. So we got almost another 1.5 liters. 1,380 mils. Milliliters, cc's if you like. 1,445, but that's all we can get out of this from now. But still, for what, a minute and a half to come away with a total of 4 liters of water? Early in the game, that's a dream. So our larger liter John, 1.5 liters one's almost full. I'm still processing blood. If so, I can pull out some water. Yeah, we're still got a 10,000 mils, which will be 4,000 mils of water. Because you're 40% water out of blood for the second tier of blood generation thingy. There we go. So we are now carrying around 2.5 liters of water. We won't even be able to finish processing the blood, and all of our cisterns will be full. Basically, at that point, we'll be full on water unless I make more cisterns. And the next tier of cisterns I'm going to have to start swapping over to, but they take iron. I'm a little bit short on iron. Yeah, iron ingots, I think. Steel. That's the regular water cistern. Perhaps I have not unlocked it. I have 28 intel. I have not unlocked the medium water cistern. Yeah, it uses steel and silicone, which I don't have enormous amounts of. Well, I think I am going to call it here for the evening. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight, as always. Very appreciative. I thank you for putting up with my peak in dealing with Imperial Research Station number 10. I got through it. I got everything I needed out of it. I think I cashed in the journey for that, but the quest tracking system is crap. No, it wouldn't be in there. Wouldn't be in there. Might be in here. Weapons of War, no. Touring the Gap. No. Vermilius Contract. Don't think so. Buried Treasure, no. Thought I'd cashed it in. Atreides Tolliver. Right, that's in Haga Rift. Finding Semo, not to be confused with Nemo. Monster Slaying. No, haven't done that. So yeah, I believe I got that one completed. I just don't remember which one it was. Let's make sure it's actually taken care of. It is. The quest is gone from there, so. Not that that was a pain in the ass or anything. Yes, it was. Okay. I'm going to call it here again. Thank you guys very, very much for hanging out. I should be back tomorrow at the usual time, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, middle of the night in Europe, morning in Asia, Australia, and in New Zealand. With more.
Can you see where I'm placing my new house?
Give me just a minute. Yeah, back tomorrow. More Dune Awakening. Still having fun with it. Again, thanks for hanging out. Hopefully you'll see me soon. I hope the rest of your Friday, Saturday, goes great, and your weekend kicks ass. I will expect a full report on your kick-ass weekend on my desk first thing. Have a great day, take care, and ciao for now. Night, guys.